Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to Harmony Portal Tarot Live. Happy Friday, everybody. How's it going? Oh, I did forget to let everybody, the 4 people over on the Done Creative that can possibly see my community post. I forgot to let them know, hey, I'm live. So I'm going to do that really quick while everybody checks on in. Check on in. I'm going to switch accounts. Should take me like 2 seconds. Happy Friday, everybody. All right, here it is. I'm live. I need to share, create post, Come hang out with us. I never know what to write, but that'll work. That'll work. All right. And there we go. Got it. All right. So it says we have 4 people here already. That's pretty good. Pretty good. It's funny. I'm almost embarrassed to admit a mistake I made today. But I'm just going to reveal it for all. I'm wearing double Nirvana today. Did not mean to do that. I just put on some clean shirts and and now the sweatshirt's way too hot, so there's that. So we're gonna be super fan for Nirvana today. Hello, Amber. Hello, Sunseas. Welcome, welcome. How are you? All right. So anybody having just the weirdest dreams ever that feel like you're living a parallel lifetime? Because I sure have been. They feel very somewhat mundane, but it's almost like each night, without remembering exactly what the dreams are about, that's kind of part of the weirdness of it. There's just more this sense of knowing. Not every single night. There are nights I remember small details and the overall picture and all that fun stuff. But it's almost like each night almost feels like, I guess the best way to put it into words is when you wake up after being asleep all night to start your day again. You're back to your life. Like that's what these dreams feel like, is just picking kind of right up where you left off. I don't know. Oh, dragons, like baby pet dragons. Oh, that's so cute. Fun. Yes. Everybody's saying yes. So this must be like a collective thing. At least our collective, you know. Hello, Marlene. Hello, Brandy Lynn. Yeah, it's a fun thing. And by fun, I mean kind of, again, don't know the right word to use here. Just kind of almost, I don't think unnerving is the right word, but just kind of weird. I don't know. It's just weird. Oh, you shared your latest work for tomorrow and day after stall at Atlanta Midtown Market. Oh, well, anyone in the Atlanta area should check it out. I wish I was in the Atlanta area to check it out. That would be so fun. Let's see what Amber has to show everybody. She does amazing work, just so everybody knows. Oh, wow, that's so cool. I love that color scheme. Oh my gosh. I mean, that's like the color scheme I've got going on in here. I love it. The blues, the golds, the purples, the lavenders. Oh, so pretty. Oh, and the teals. Yeah. Well, I guess that's the blues I'm talking about. But yeah, like almost like a periwinkle color too. Oh, let's zoom in on that detail because why not? Oh my goodness. I don't even think that this is doing the colors justice. So pretty. And she's making progress on her 32-inch. Oh, there's a couple of photos of this. Ooh, and then this one. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. That is so cool. Oh my goodness. I love the colors in this as well. It reminds me kind of like succulent plants. Oh my goodness. Yeah, because sometimes they have almost that kind of pinkish coral leaves on them as well. So cool. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love these ones too. Look at that. Oops. Go back. There we go. Oh my goodness. Let's zoom in on each of these so we can appreciate the details. Oh my goodness. So pretty. Nice work, Amber. Wow. Stunning. Wow. And then this is the 32-inch. Oh, plan to finish today. Wow. So this is going to be a bigger one, 32 inches around. Oh, wow. So pretty. Zoom in on that detail as always. Oh my goodness. Just so pretty. Oh my goodness. So obviously you probably have to have some sort of color scheme like planned out before you get started. That's my guess. Because, um, wow, so pretty. So pretty. How neat. Thanks for sharing, Amber. Um, who cares? Only me? Well, we are kind of a little community here, so we all do care. So maybe check the attitude at the door. It's really not needed. We're just having some fun. Wait until about that 5-minute mark so people can come on in and hang out for the collective reading. And we're doing, oh guys, we're doing our giveaway as always, and our drawing. Look at that. Yes, and look how many names are in here. I was just looking at it the last time we pulled on Wednesday. I'm like, wow, we're really getting a lot of names in here. I see Marlene's name right there. Right there. So 2 ways to win, plus we're going to be starting with our collective reading here momentarily. Anyone have any fun weekend plans? I know I do. I am going to be sleeping in tomorrow if I can help it. Usually the dogs or the kids, or I just wake up first sometimes, but it's usually the dogs or the kids that wake me up. And then after that, I need to make some candles because I have to have like a white elephant, like gift exchange gift for our family reunion that's coming up next week, Thursday through Sunday. So I will not be live a week from today, next Friday. I'm mixing up my days. So yeah, this is kind of our plan. But yeah, delightful abundance of nothing. Oh, that's sometimes the best plan, is to not have a plan and to not really even have to leave the house. Like I was telling my husband last night, I'm like, I feel like my head is just below water with both boys in baseball. So there's 2 different sports, and then basketball for Boston, and then Wrigley with his soccer. It's like, oh my goodness. It's a lot, you know? And for somebody who's used to mostly leave the house, like, you know, on an average day throughout the year, I'll leave the house in the morning to drop the kids off at school, and then leave the house again in the evening to pick them up. Maybe once or twice a week, we'll go do something as a family out in the world, like go have dinner somewhere or go to my in-laws' house. You know, it's usually mostly homebody stuff for me, usually. But having, let's see, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, 6 days a week where there's either a game. Sundays are the games for soccer. And then Monday, Wednesday are the basketball games for, baseball for Wrigley. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday are basketball practices, and then the game for Boston. Tuesday, Sunday is Wrigley soccer. Did I already say that? And then Mondays, Thursdays for Boston's baseball. And up until next week, but it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday practice for Boston until the official games start. And I'm not sure if they're going to practice 4 days a week or just do the 2 game days. Like, I don't know how that's going to look. I know last year Boston had to do 2 game days, and then the 2 off game days that weren't Friday during the week were practice, and more practice. So I'm kind of fingers crossing. Well, my husband's now the coach of both Wrigley's, Boston's baseball, and plus Boston's basketball. And yes, there's overlap, so he has to have help with at least Boston's baseball, because no other parents would show up or volunteer to coach or anything. And the president of the league's wife emailed 3 different times, just almost practically begging the parents, we need coaches or we're not gonna be able to do many things for the games. But you know how that goes. So Ryan, of course, is just like, well, if you could find me 2 extra hours in a day, I'd do it, but I'll still do it. I just need some help. The classic, I just need a little help around here. All right, so let's see. Let's kind of tune into what these dreams are telling us. Those of us that are just having these weird dreams that almost feel like either extensions of our waking life or like we're almost living a parallel reality during the dreams. Again, even if you can't remember exactly what's going on in your dreams, it's almost like you're having a sense of what happened or a feeling about what happened. But let's first start there, and then we'll just see what we need to know after that. So what are these dreams, and what are they trying to tell us? What's going on in this dream state? Wow, we have the Justice in reverse, and of course, you know me, shuffling in reverse, but there's a reason for it. So This really is about feeling unbalanced, of course, in that dream state, but let's just see what's balancing or unbalanced because of these dreams. What is this? I just heard parallel reality, parallel lifetime, strength. Yeah, tuning into that sense of inner strength. So it's almost like that part of us that's, our like spirit part of us may be having other experiences at the same time. And it's weird because there are times in these types of dreams where I know I'm not technically sometimes in the dream, but I'm more observing other people do all sorts of things. It's almost like I'm watching a movie, but I'm like right there. I don't know, weird. And then other times I'm very involved, but it's just very mundane stuff. And a lot of it, kind of the general theme of it, and this is the theme a lot of times throughout my dreams since I was very young, are like having to pick through this huge pile of stuff or like a hoarded out room or something where I'm finding little bits and pieces of toys from my childhood or a shirt I used to have in the dream. Not like I had these items in my real waking life, although sometimes a real item I used to have will sneak in there. But for the most part, I'll recognize these items like within the dream world. But when I wake up, I'm like, that's weird that in the dream I thought, oh yeah, I remember this. This is from when I was a kid. But like in waking life, I'm like, I've never seen anything like that. So I don't know what that was. So weird. Oh, abdominal pain. Yeah, that's a pretty common thing with just the energies, the frequencies, all the things going on. But let's see what else we need to know about these dreams. Four of Swords. Wow. So it's like we are closing out old cycles or we're doing more work, in our supposed rest state, because Four of Swords is a card of rest. But some of us, may wake up feeling decently rested, but in a lot of these dreams, it's like we're on the go, we're on the move, we're doing things, we're busy. So it's almost like we're doing double duty to where, yes, we're resting this physical vessel, but we're still doing some heavy lifting kind of work with this strength. And then the kind of justice card in reverse. And then the strength card just slipped to the floor somewhere. Let me get it. All right. There we have it. Yeah. So strength card. It really is about tuning into that spirit part of yourself. All right. So I think, yeah, working in the astral, right? And it's interesting because I think, and this is not like I know this for a fact, but just kind of my logical part of my mind is saying that maybe this exact scenario is not what's actually happening in these realms, but it's like when we wake and remember the dreams we've been having, it's like our best human interpretation to be able to use any kind of symbolism or interpretation. And of course, just having to go through these big piles of things and pick out, what's wanted or what's needed, and then discarding of the rest. I usually have this big garbage can and I'm tossing stuff into it over and over. I can take those nuggets of information, and even if that's not exactly how it's playing out, it's probably playing out in a way my spirit can interpret, but my human side just can't really wrap my head around it, So it's put into terms that my human self could, interpret or deconstruct. And right as I said deconstruct, I heard deconstructing the matrix. So many of us in these weird, like worker, mundane type of dreams, literally may be, finding what really works about the matrix or digging down to the natural parts that this matrix is overlaid on top of and chucking out pieces of the matrix. And as I'm saying this, I'm getting full body chills. That's what's happening. And as a result, we're tuning deeper and deeper and deeper, and I'm really zooming in on this Mother Earth here, into the natural, for lack of a better word, matrix, the natural matrix, because even the original matrix or original Earth has some sort of blueprint or plan it's constructed upon. So the word matrix in and of itself isn't a bad thing because, I don't know, I do have some rocks, crystals, all the fun things that are, like this amethyst here. Let's grab it. It's a big boy. Like it's grown in matrix. The matrix it's growing upon is the rock. So, and then the amethyst pouring out. Maybe a little bit dusty here. It needs a little love and cleaning, but yeah. So yeah, even something so beautiful as this here is growing upon a matrix system. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is most likely natural rock, right? Or natural, maybe possibly to the divine blueprint of this place. But we're digging back down to the natural parts of it or the original parts of it to be able to keep what resonates on, you know, a spirit level, and then leave the rest. Chuck the rest. Chuck the matrix that doesn't belong here anymore. Not that it ever did, but you know, so many of us, I think, are here to literally deconstruct this matrix. And that's why we're seeing so many weird glitches in the matrix, or just seeing people lose their ever-loving minds out there. Like, it's like, wow, the level certain people are stooping to, or even just on the other side of the coin, the just level of beauty you're starting to see in the world as well. I mean, there's two very opposing opposites going on out there right now. Oh, if you're going to do a donation, I have all that information, Divyansha, down in the description. Yeah, absolutely. Let me catch up on some of your comments, and then we're going to pull a couple oracle cards, and then I don't know that we have any donations yet, but we will finish this up, and then of course we still have our giveaway and our drawing as well. Yeah, dreams these days I'm not remembering. Yeah, and it's weird because there are nights I'll remember what feels like every little thing about it, and then other dreams I wake up from, it's almost just like this sense of, I remember sorting through things, but I don't remember details. It feels kind of hazy, and then as I try to grab onto it, it just feels farther and farther away. Anyone else experience that? I do need to, especially this new little deck here is very chalky feeling. So I'm just going to use a little bit of hand lotion here just to get us going. And as I catch up on your comments, oh yeah, not remembering dreams. Two of my daughters have recently had dreams of the world ending. Yeah, stuff like this. And, you know, again, it's probably more symbolic or like symbol synchronicity rather than actual, yeah, the end of the world, ... as we know it. You know, if there is some sort of big cataclysm, like there has been at other resets or ends of eras or cycle points, cycles ending, cycles beginning, yes, that's happened. But through each one of these resets or new cycles kicking off, old cycles ending, people have always existed here. So, you know, who's to say some of us wouldn't still be here to start something new? You just never know. Or, yes, maybe your daughters are really tuning into these old timelines collapsing or ending, or the matrix itself ending. So a new way, return to the old, what was here before this matrix system is available for us. And I think it's each and every one of us chipping away that are really making this happen, which is really cool. All right, abdominal, oh, I read that part. Yes, working in the astral, exhausted. Even after the slew due to my dream. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, deep diving into alkaline foods and the foods that were the original foods that have been modified. Yeah, I know, not that many foods. And that's true. That's so true. Even like the foods that my grandmother, who was born in 1930, and my other grandma, who was born in 1925, even the foods that they grew up on, you know, in the 30s and into the 40s, are just so different now. And I've said this multiple times on my live stream, and again, don't quote me on the exact number of apples it takes, but you would need to eat like somewhere between 8 to 12 apples today to equal the amount of nutrition in one apple back in the day. And even then, it's still comparing apples to oranges because they have modified things so much and removed them. They're completely denatured and, you know, really lacking in nutrients and all the things our bodies actually need to thrive from these foods. We're being denied. And that's why I've said on at least 2, maybe 3 live streams at this point that I don't even think, you know, and again, take this as it resonates, I don't even think it's the food keeping us alive, because if they were to offer this food that's currently available in every grocery store, even the stuff that's deemed healthy, if they were to offer this even probably 5 years ago, it would not sustain us and we would perish because we're not getting, and we're still not, let's just put that out there. But the amount of our spirit that's now available to come online and embody even more, anchor even more into our physical is greater now than it was then. And of course, all these frequencies, they're just slowly boiling the frog with, turning that dial up over and over and over, more and more and more. We're being literally microwaved alive, but we're still kicking. And a lot of us are still relatively what we'd consider healthy. Like, how is that even possible? It's only possible because our spirit is sustaining our life force energy. That's the only way. There's no other way we could explain us still being here with how degraded all the natural systems have become and will maybe continue to become, right? Who knows? Maybe some of these systems will start turning around. Who knows? But I'm not going to hold my breath that anything's going to change. And in fact, I'm just going to continue to connect to my spirit, bring more of that online, and really try to thrive like that. What I just saw in my mind's eye is like this beautiful rose or beautiful, whatever your favorite flower, insert here, growing through a tiny crack in the concrete, or in a desert environment with no water, no sustenance, but it's thriving. That's what we're doing, or what we're being called to do in this crazy world devoid of anything, really truly natural anymore. And even the natural things, it is so true. But even the natural things are not as natural as they should be, It's Friday, y'all, and it really is. I love it. And it's just kind of that weekend vibe. So it's about really enjoying. And I would say if this was any other day but Friday, just embodying that energy of Friday, especially if you're someone who has to work a 9 to 5, or Friday is your true Friday. I know there's people that like, Monday is my Friday. I'm so excited. I mean, today's literally Friday, but for some of you, it might not be your quote unquote work week Friday. But this is about embodying the spirit of Friday and just kind of knowing that that weekend is stretched out in front of you and you can choose to do or not do anything you want. Like it's a good feeling. And then the number 32 there is really about change, adding up to that 5, it's about change. So make the changes that feel in alignment with this kind of excited, blissful type of feeling. Yeah, not many foods to choose from. Hi, Pika Lee! I think I usually remember the ones I have to do, that do have a message I should pay attention to. Yeah, and I've throughout the years had dream journals and whatnot. But what I do now is mostly just put it on the notes app on my phone. I just have this separate note for like more recent dreams over the last year or so. And then about every year I'll create a new one so they don't get so much that I'm having to scroll to find anything I'm looking for. But eventually, and I probably should have just started this way, putting it into like Scrivener, which is my writing, like the novel writing software that I use. It'd be good to put it in something like that, or Word, where you could do like a word search to where you can give yourself keywords within your description of your dreams. Like, I was sorting clutter again, or I was at this mansion, or I saw a fire, or the color yellow was really prominent. And then you could go search these keywords and just see if you can start to see a pattern, which is more difficult to do if you're handwriting your dreams out in a journal. But this is something for years, I'm like, I need to do that. I need to do that. And then I just keep putting them, at least I have them. Because all I need to do to get them from my phone is to email them to myself. There's probably an easier way, but this is how I do it. I'll email from the Notes app. I'll just copy paste everything from the Notes app into an email. And then I'll open that email on this computer and I'll highlight everything. And then I could put it into Scrivener document, which I usually do for my story ideas and stuff. But then I could just say dream journal and then just highlight and put it all in there. It's all dated, by date when I had the dream and whatnot. But, again, I can just go into the little search at the top to keyword search, again, like the color yellow or something, or swimming pool. I have a lot of dreams about swimming or water or pools, stuff like this. And then you can start to see, well, oh, this night, I had dreams about pools. Okay, well, is there something going on with the astrology? Maybe is this the moon transiting the same point in the chart? I mean, you could really kind of make this like a research project for yourself, or just kind of use your logic to see, well, what kind of threads can I pull from this to create something out of? What's going on here? Let's see, Pika Lee, I recently saw a rainbow cloud. I thought my eyes were tripping until I learned they're a real thing. I know, right? Funny, weird thing though, is a lot of times that stuff they're spraying in all the skies is making things very colorful up there. It's very interesting. Yeah, read the article talking about how contaminated our food is with pesticides. That too. And also the water's completely inundated with pharmaceuticals. Yeah, just so much nastiness out there. Yay for the weekend. Hi, Linda. Hi, Firestorm Lady. Aw. Yeah, usually put them on your phone calendar so I can relate them with the upcoming events around me. Yeah, that's a really great idea. Yeah, because I think just these little bits of information that we can get for ourselves in the dream state and then bring back into our waking life, why not get the most benefit out of it we can, All right, one more card, and then we're going to get into our giveaway, because we don't have any donations yet that I know of, that I see. Time for myself. So it's Friday. Celebrate, have fun, do the things you want to do or not do. Just completely relax, rest, do the self-care, or just veg out and hang out in nature. You know, whatever feels good. But it is time. Take some time for yourself. If you're somebody who's had a lot of time for yourself on your hands, this might be your call to maybe use that time more wisely, instead of, and again, I'm not calling out anybody or saying these things are bad in and of themselves, but, you know, instead of, you know, consuming a lot of Netflix or YouTube content or something, this and that, maybe you are learning something that you can apply to your personal development or do some self-care stuff. So if you have been taking time for yourself, maybe deepening that connection with self during this time alone. Those of you that haven't had a lot of alone time like me lately, it's just time, you know, tomorrow for me, Saturday, to have a nice day, just vegging out, not feeling rushed to be anywhere or go anywhere. I'm not leaving the house at all tomorrow, at least according to my plans, and unless things change. But I'm going to put the finishing touches on some candles I already have for a few people and friends, and make a few new candles for my white elephant gift exchange thing for my family reunion. And I think that's about the extent of my plans, except a nice long hot salt bath like I love to do and have had almost no time to be able to do. All right, let's get one final message from the Shapeshifters Oracle. Anything else we need to know before we close out and get into the giveaway? And we have the butterfly ferrets. I am reborn with the number 5. Yeah, big changes coming. And it really is about this sense of transformation. These changes coming are transforming us into that next version of ourselves, whatever that looks like. It's going to look different for each of us. All right. Sweet. So I'm going to put these away, and then we're going to get into our giveaway. Just double check. I'm pretty sure we're caught up on my email over here. Yes, yes, yes. All right. I read that part. Yeah. All right. So if you're new here for the giveaway portion of the live stream, all you have to do is start guessing tarot cards right now, or using your intuition to determine what tarot card I am selecting from the lovely ladies tarot. What tarot card am I going to pull out of this deck? And the first person to get correct or say the name of the tarot card I just pulled, you win the reading. And it's an 11/11 value reading. So here we go. And if we're going and going and going and no one's getting it, I will narrow it down. All right. Seen some great guesses already. And we've got quite a few. We've got 9 people in here, so I see a lot of you are guessing. So I don't have to narrow it down too quick yet. All right. I'm gonna take a drink of my tea. I think it's the first time since I sat down 27 minutes ago. Well, I sat down a little before that, but since we've been live anyway. And in honor of Camp NaNoWriMo, which I'm very, very unofficially participating in, I do have my, well, ignore the lipstick on the ring there, but my NaNoWriMo 2023 mug, which is so cute. And for those of you that are like, what the heck is NaNoWriMo? It stands for National Novel Writing Month. That happens every November. And I think this next November, I'm just going to write without going to the website, because there's been some kind of icky things going on in that community that I'm just not really, I'm over it. Oh, I saw someone get it, but let me see if someone got it before that. Keep guessing, though, if you feel so inclined. All right. Amber, I saw you have guessed the death card. Dun, dun, dun. But I'm actually getting a really beautiful vibe from this. Though, if you did guess the death card before Amber, please let me know, and I will scroll to find it. I just did not see it until I saw her guess of that. All right, let me just double check here. Scrolling. All right. Yeah, I think Amber is the first one to have that. Yeah. Congrats, Amber. You felt that rebirth energy. And that's exactly what we were talking about in the last card we pulled. Already put it back, but it's somewhere in here. The butterfly ferrets card about being reborn, rebirth. So consider this an extension of what we were already getting. But of course, you'll have your personal question you want to ask. And while you're figuring out what you want to ask for your giveaway question, let's enter everybody else who's here and you, if you want to, into our drawing today before we pull a new winner. So we also have a drawing for those of you that are new. So put the number 888. I saw 8 people, so let's do that 888 that we all love to see. And, oh, my husband just texted. My father-in-law is actually in the hospital right now. Nothing too concerning. He had like an infection at the site of his pacemaker, so he's getting a new pacemaker and getting that all ironed out. So yeah, I mean, major enough, but not too alarming. They got it on, everything's under control. So my husband was just asking, what's the plan today? Are we gonna go visit him? Are we gonna not just to me, but like to the whole group? Thank you so much. Yeah, he's doing very well. Let's see, my father-in-law is 84 years old. No, yes, he had just turned 84 on December 31st. So he's, yeah, born the very last day of the 30s. Uh-oh, I made that one a little big. Oh well, it's all right. I gotta make these ones a little smaller. Cut these in half. I did a little different than I normally do, and oh well. All right, 888 in the chat if everybody wants to be entered, whoever it is that wants to be entered. And of course, between now and the end of our live stream, I'll still enter everybody who puts an 888 in the chat randomly. All right, but for the chance to win today, I'm going to get the names I see right now in that bag, and we're going to pull a new winner. All right, Linda H is the first one I see. And I'll show each of you your name going in. I'm just going to write them all out real quick, and then we'll drop them all in. Pika-lee. Messed up on the last E. I can't hold these tiny little slips of paper. I mean, see what I did here? I cut this one way too big and this one way too small, but okay. All right, let's see, Brandy Lynn, let's get you entered. Oh, yeah, I'm going to show you guys when yeah, that's what I'm doing. See, I forgot my own plan. Suncease. And Firestorm Lady. And of course, if your name is not pulled today and you've been here, or if you've been here in the past, you can check the past live streams, and you don't even have to search too far. If you're not on the live stream when I pull your name out of that little pouch, I will make a note to leave a timestamp, and we'll still do your reading because I don't need a question from you. We just basically, when we pull a name from that pouch, we just set the intention that whatever it is the person that won needs to know, they'll get the answer. Yeah, that's how we usually do that. So Firestorm Lady, let me get you entered. I cannot write on these tiny slips of paper sometimes. Marlene. And Amber A. Hello, Amber A. Hello, Banana Anna S. All right. Maybe paper will stop slipping. We got a lot of entries today. I might have to even make new little cutouts. Jackie's Odyssey. I love the name. That is my main character in my book series I'm writing's name, Jackie. Well, her name's Jakaya, but they call her Jackie for short. So I have a near and dear spot to my heart for Jackie, and I actually named my main character Jackie because when my little brother was very young, my sister and I used to dress him up as a girl. I know. And we used to make him pretend he was our youngest sister, and his name was Jackie, but yeah. So that's kind of a nod to, my brother and my family, All right, Amber 9 in. And I think that we have everybody. Okay. If I missed saying your name, or if I missed, how about this? So if I missed showing you your name on this paper, please let me know by putting an 888. Okay. So Brandy Lynn, folded, entered. Suncease, folded and entered. Jackie's Odyssey, entered. Banana Anna S entered. This is like the most fun for me, I think. I don't know why. I just love it. Pika-Lee. You just never know who you're going to pull. Unless it's Banana Anna S. I said that her as the example yesterday, and then she did win. So that, or yesterday, Wednesday. Firestorm Lady. That was always fun. To use someone as the example, and then they win. That's always so cool. Okay, Amber 9 in. Amber A. Marlene. And last but not least of the ones I've written out, Linda H. Okay. Oh, and Brianna. Let's get Brianna in there. And I have one slip left. Okay. Of course, if anyone else trucks on in here and does an 888, I will honor that as well, but it may be for another day because we're about to draw the winner for today. Okay, here we have it. Brianna, B-degree. Let's get you in the hat, or pouch, as we should say. All right, I'm really gonna mix, and the winner for today is Tanya Killam. Funny, that's my cousin. I'm actually gonna see her, and some of her candles are the ones I want to finish this weekend. Tanya has won, and she's not here today, so that's from a while back. So how fun for Tanya. I'm gonna have to text her and let her know. All right, so Amber, did you have your question? She might have already posted it. Yeah, you have 8s following you since the last 2 weeks. All right, so about my new big step I am taking tomorrow. I am in surrender and almost in tears. I have worked so hard forever. What was the organic or authentic spirit has to say? Okay. This big step Amber is taking tomorrow. She's in surrender. What does true organic spirit have to say? All right, we have 3 coming out. So 2 of swords. Okay, I love this though. I love this. I know you're gonna not like it for a second, but then you'll love it. So 7 of wands. This is about someone who feels like they have to defend their stance or defend their art or defend themselves, whatever it is. It's like in defense mode. And showing up also with a bit of confusion or not sure how something's going to happen or how it's going to go, or, if you're going to feel like I feel out of place, what have you. But to have the Ace of Swords to come in with all this, it's like it's cutting away all the anxiety and stress. Maybe not leading up to it, and maybe not when you first get there and you're first going to do what you need to do. But eventually, and definitely by the end of the day, you're going to feel this sense of truth, peace, clarity about, this next big step that you're taking. And because we started with the Death card, this is a sense of rebirth where maybe even in the past, things went all right with certain things, but they just never really blossomed or bloomed the way that you're looking for them to. Well, look in this rib cage here. We've got some little blooms and blossoms coming out, peeking out here and there. And a lot of times it is about clearing out, example, clearing out my flower beds and my vegetable garden and stuff out back. If I were to just leave all that dead and detritus, stalks and leaves and plants from last year that are still kind of taking up some of my pots out there, if I were to just leave that and throw new seeds in, some of them may do all right, others may do pretty well, and then others may just not do anything because there's really nowhere to take root because there's all those old dead roots in there taking up space. But if I were to meticulously go in and clear out not only the stalks and the leaves off the surface and everything, but get down and get all the roots from those stalks out of the ground and give that ground a good stir and maybe do some fertilizer. We've got worm tea. You're like, what the heck is worm tea? Well, my father-in-law, probably 5 years back now, we got him a worm farm. I got worms, from Dumb and Dumber. Opening a worm store. But yeah, no, you feed them your table scraps, and not just any old table scraps. Like they like lettuce, they like certain things. You can really only put certain things in there, but the worms will use that as their food. And then when the worms poop out all their, poo, it's really good fertilizer for your plants. That's why you want to have all these worms and night crawlers in your garden. But then at the bottom of the little worm farm container is like the liquid form of the worm farm. And that stuff goes for like $60 a gallon if you wanted to go buy it somewhere. Maybe more in these economic times. But back in the day when we got it for them, that stuff's expensive, but a gallon of that stuff is like worth so much because it is so healthy. So it's about clearing out the clutter. Not only, Amber, I'm sure I'm getting somewhere for your reading. Not only clearing out the clutter, but maybe some of these things you can feed into the energy of what you're making. Stuff that's just kind of lying around. Maybe you forgot about certain paints or paintbrushes, or maybe there's this one corner of your house that gets really amazing light and you really feel good painting in that corner. Just basically looking around and taking inventory or stock of what you already have available to you, cleaning out what's not needed. Again, could be energetic, could be mental, emotional, spiritual, could be physical, to make room for this creative big next step you're taking for yourself. And of course, you're taking part of this step tomorrow. But let's just see what you need to know about the outcome of you taking that step tomorrow. What is the outcome? What does your true spirit and original source creator have to say? I love it. I love it. The most creative page of all. You're at the new beginning. This is the rebirth of this really beautiful creative process, but then the magician as well. So like, boom. And what do I always say about the magician, Amber? It's the fact that this magician already has all the tools and resources available that they're going to need. Yes, maybe eventually you'll build up to something to where you're going to need to bring on more, things, or maybe eventually employees. Like, you just never know. You just never know what's exactly going on. But you have everything you need to get you started and to get you on this path of inspiration and to that next step, and then the next step, and then the next step, which is really amazing. So, yay, Amber! We're wishing you, not that you need it, but we're wishing you the best of luck and good vibes and all that fun stuff coming your way. Don't be nervous. I know it's easier said than done. You got this. Thank you so much, Suncease, about the quick recovery from my father-in-law. I appreciate that. All right, so let's see. Okay. Yeah, healing me from inside, ending of old cycles as a hint at inner spirit healing as well. Yeah, I would definitely say there's definitely new energy with that Page of Wands coming in that's very connected to spirit. Very new energy. Not that it's never been you, but maybe in this incarnation, you haven't had access to that amount of light. And then Three of Swords, yes, coming in to heal the wounds. Let's get a clarifier on this Three of Swords, specifically surrounding grief or like heartbreak type pain. Yeah, to really make it a happier home, a happier possible marriage, just a happier family life in general. So yeah, there's definitely healing coming in. And then Knight of Swords, yeah, moving very quickly, might I add, with that Knight of Swords. Quick moving energy. Heck yeah, it does look like a paintbrush, right? Right, what a synchronicity as worms are coming out from the ground in my backyard. Oh my goodness. Literal, like, we owe the worms a lot, because if they were not here to break down a lot of, like, they even say, like, oh, you're worm food means, like, you're dead, you're worm food. Like, they literally break up the death to allow a fertile ground for rebirth. Like, that's literally the worm's job. I mean, what a dirty job, right? But like, someone's got to do it, and they do it well. Oh, you started healing your spirit fractured day before yesterday. That's amazing. Yeah, what a journey to go on. I mean, it's hard stuff, man. Even just the stuff that we have access to knowing that's been fractured from us, let alone this past life, that past life, all the past lives. Wanted to share 2 birds that made nests in either side of our house, front and back. Oh, that's so cool. How neat. I love that. All right, so we had a winner, which was my cousin Tanya. So I'm going to make a timestamp. So 4351. Tanya, you won our drawing. Put your name in our pouch a while back, and it came out today in the drawing. So congratulations. Let's go to Herb Crafter's Tarot and just see what is it that Tanya needs to know. And Tanya, I'm so excited to see you next week. Like, I cannot wait. All right. What does Tanya need to know? What does Tanya need to know? We have here Okay, so of course I'm shuffling wrong, but 6 of water, so like reunion vibes, reunion vibes. 6 of cups, nostalgia, gatherings, get-togethers, deep connections from the past. So yes, I get to see you. I get to see you next week. I'm so excited. But specifically, it feels like you're gonna have fun. You're gonna have a good time. Okay, what's going on? What's going on? I pulled this one out in reverse, but we have the peach with the 9 of cups or 9 of water, but it's in reverse. Let's get a clarifier on this and see why. Why did this come out in reverse? Okay, 3 of water. So, okay. So you may, I don't know if this is true. You got to tell me. Are you feeling a little like, I don't know, nervous about our reunion? Or that like, I don't know who to talk to. I don't know what to say. Well, just hang out with me and my mom and your mom, and we're going to have fun. And Melissa and Kylie will be there too. So like, don't worry. But if there is something that's worrying you that's not literally not having anything to do with this reunion, anything that's worrying you about, and I'm just seeing like what I want to be when I grow up, or second guessing paths, or wishing you could be farther ahead in life by now, like join the club. Like, yeah. And again, none of this is warranted. There's no measuring stick of success, or you should have this much money, or be this much, or do this much. And, you know, even if we do have these own personal measuring sticks. Maybe somebody wanted to be a billionaire, but they're only a millionaire. So like in their own eyes, they're not a success. But to like the greater of the world, they're like, oh my God, if I could ever be as successful as that person, like I'd have made it in life. So there's this element of not like literal material success, but like your own sense of self-worth in resonance or correlation with what it is you do for a living, or you know, what your life looks like on the, you know, just when you look around your life. Yes, you see like really beautiful things, but then at the same time, you're like, I should be more, or have more, or do more, or have been farther by now. Like there's some element of this that, and it might have been around within you for a while. But let's just see anything else Tanya needs to know about this. Why that's coming up. Specific. Okay, I did actually shuffle it in reverse that time. What am I doing? What am I doing? Well, there's a reason for it, so we're not going to sit on it for too long. Okay, I like this. I like this a lot. So it's the 9 of Wands or 9 of Fire in this deck with Wild Cherry. And in fact, it came out in reverse. I actually see this as like an internal shift from, and I always call this my Olympic athlete card. So it's almost like you are just arriving at the Olympics. You're ready to run your event. You've run it thousands and thousands of times by now. You have it down. You're either going to win or you're not, but you're confident in your ability. And this is usually a very, like on the upright, it's usually a very external, extroverted kind of energy. But the fact that we have it in the reverse, it's a very internalized energy. So this feels like that next spiritual awakening or level up. And, you know how we all do, me, you, my sister, and Jessie. I wish she was coming. Is she coming? I don't think she is. I didn't hear that she was. But remember that one time before Grandma passed away, that July before Grandma passed away, we all got together just to, I don't remember why we were, it was the Hut and Hoedown. That's what, which is like yet another form of our like family reunion. We're cool like that. But anyway, remember like the amazing and just out, like you can't make this ish up synchronicities and symbols, and the name Michael kept coming up over and over and over, and just the magic that was at play. The bitch fire. Remember that card from my deck? Just amazing energy. And I really see like another spiritual level up for all of us, because we all really had this deep level up during, and then of course after, reverberating out after that connection in July of 2020. And I see a very similar thing happening this time as well, but probably in a completely different way. But like the energy of it is just like coming up and expansive, which is really exciting. I'm so excited to see you, Tanya. I love you. Can't wait. But I hope that resonated for you. All right. Okay, so I think we've reached the end of the line. That is it for today. We don't have any donations, so I'm going to go, I guess. 49 minutes in. Oh, since the ceremony we did, a lot has shifted in and around our home energetically. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, isn't that like a relief? Because I know things were really heavy and difficult for you for a hot minute there. But it's always so nice when things just start feeling lighter and just shift, a big shift. And it's no coincidence. This is as a result of a lot of the hard work that you've put in, Amber. So pat yourself on the back. You've done something to shift this energy. It didn't just magically appear or magically happen. You did that. So realize how powerful you are and take it and run with it in anything you want to do in life. You are that powerful, and then some, and then some, and then some, and like just boom. So powerful. All right, you guys. Well, I'm going to go. I might just get an early lunch today. Look at that. All right. So you all have a wonderful weekend. Thanks again so much for all those likes, comments, shares, subscribes, donations, and all the things. And I will be back here Wednesday, but not Friday next week. Remember, I'm going to my family reunion Thursday through Sunday. I think that kicks off April 25th through the 28th, which is my birthday, the 28th. So the next time you guys see me after Wednesday, so you'll see me one more time as a 41-year-old, but then the time you see me after that, I'll be 42. 42, which is the age I have been ecstatic to meet or to become or to get past since around age 34. Like, I've been looking forward, because that is in the chart, in your birth chart, when your North Node is fully mature, or your Rahu energy is fully mature, and you're really more than ready at that point to step into your purpose and your power. And I just cannot wait. I cannot wait. I know there's not a lot of people out there that are turning 42 that are like, I'm so excited to turn 42. I just may be the only one out there. But here I am, and I'm loud and I'm proud about it. I don't care. I love it. All right, you guys. Well, I'm going to go. Have a wonderful, blessed weekend. Thanks again so much for all those likes, comments, shares, subscribes, donations, and all the things. Yes, you turned 42 last year. That's right. You're only a year older. I know Brandy Lynn's right around us as well, so very fun. But I will see you guys on Wednesday. I'll see Brandy Lynn Monday, yes, for our writing. So, all right, you guys have a lovely weekend, and I will catch you on the flippity flip. All right, you guys. Bye.